Hello everyone, I wish you a happy and joyful new day. Today I will bring you a horror story about a mysterious underwater species in the state of California. Note that the story is not real and is for entertainment purposes only. If you find it interesting, please give me a like and a channel subscription so that I can produce more stories. And now let's get to the story. Beneath the thick fog and icy waters of Monterey Bay, California, where massive kelp forests slither up from the abyss like rotting arms stretching out from hell, there is something unnamed. An ancient entity so old, even time itself has forgotten it ever existed. It is no legend, nor a drunken fisherman's tale. It is the thing that has slept in the dark for millennia, buried under layers of deep-sea sediment, and has always been waiting. It all began on a moonless winter night in 1899, when the fishing vessel Mariana's dream set sail. Aboard were 12 men, seasoned sailors, who lived with the sea and died with the storms, men who feared nothing but the dwindling of hope. But that night, the ocean was not itself. The wind was eerily still, the water was as flat as glass. Locals later mentioned they heard the ship's horn echoing faintly in the distance, long, hoarse, like the cry of a forgotten soul. Then came the scream, shrill, piercing, ringing the night. Not human, not animals, like the ocean itself was wailing. 3 days later, Mariana's dream drifted ashore near Carmel. The ship was undamaged. Everything was intact. Ropes tightly fastened, bread still warm, coffee mugs still full. But no one was there, no signs of struggle. No blood, no crying for help. Only the sailors' clothes stench across the deck, soaked, reeking of a putrid, briny stench. They were coated in a slimy mucus that glowed faintly, as if something inside it were still alive. And in the captain's cabin, the logbook of Captain Elias Hargrove remains open. The final pages no longer contained writing, only erratic, trembling scrawls as though penned by a hand driven mad. The final line, written in thick, clotted ink like coagulated blood, read, "We touch the horror beneath the depths. It has awakened. No one must look into their eyes. No one must answer the call from the deep." I saw my reflection in the porthole, but it wasn't me. After the incident, Mariana's dream was hauled ashore, sealed away, and forgotten like a scar too scary to touch. But the ocean's silence never lasts long. In 1987, a research team from the Monterey Institute of Oceanography discovered an anomaly over 200 meters below the surface, a 30-meter basalt column rising from the seafloor like a massive, forgotten tooth. Its surface bore thousands of strange markings, belonging to no known language. They looked like scratches, long, curved, irregular, as though etched not with tools, but claws. Dr. Eleanor Whitmore, one of the leading oceanographers of her time, decided to investigate personally. A camera mounted to her suit recorded her approach to the stone and her hand reaching out to touch one of the symbols. In that instant, a brilliant blue light erupted from the fissures, spreading like underwater lightning. Bubbles surged upward, and the surrounding water began to boil despite no source of heat being detected. The microphone captured a sound no one can explain, not fish, not machinery. A lullaby, fragmented and distorted, like the voices of thousands groaning in unison beneath the waves. Cold, piercing. 3 days later, Eleanor was found barely alive, trapped inside a dead coral reef nearly 10 nautical miles from the dive site. Her eyes were wide, whites laced with bursting red veins like spider webs, and she said just one phrase again and again, in a chilling whisper, "Not a city ... a womb ... They are being born ... The incident was covered up, but the strange events did not stop. On the night of October 23, 1997, the cruise ship Pacific Queen disappeared from radar minutes after reporting spiraling underwater lights. 47 people, passengers and crew, were never heard from again. When the vessel was found drifting near Point Lobos, it was a scene from a nightmare. Interiors warped, metal beams twisted like foil, deep claw marks centimeters wide formed concentric circles, all leading to the engine room. There, the engine appeared melted or reshaped by something beyond known science. No survivors, no explanation. Then in 2015, Jake Ridley, a veteran diver who had explored underwater volcanic systems in the Pacific, returned to the area around the stone pillar. He brought with him state-of-the-art recording equipment, transmitting live to the surface vessel. The final footage from Jake's body camera sent shockwaves through the scientific community. He swam through a narrow fissure clearly man-made that led even deeper. There, beneath ancient sediment, was a vast void. A city, but it wasn't ruined. It was breathing. Structures made of dark, obsidian-like material rose in impossible shapes, defying Euclidean geometry. They bent and twisted, as if shifting with some invisible current. At the center of the city was a black, bottomless pit. Surrounding it were dozens of humanoid creatures skin pale as wax, no nostrils, eyes pitch black suspended in water, unmoving, not swimming, just present. From the pit, the entity emerges slow, immense, unstoppable. A Cree. The story ends here. If you support me, I will continue with part 2. Now, goodbye and see you again.